Welcome to this flow to get the kinks out. You're a little bit sore, your body feels a little cranky, you really don't feel like moving, and this is the flow to go to help work that out. Make sure that you have 2 blocks nearby. Go ahead and set up and we'll get started. All right, so we're actually going to start standing for this practice, and I'm going to ask you to do something silly, but I promise you there's a reason behind it. So all I want you to do is just kind of bounce around. Maybe little baby jogs, maybe jump. You could shake your head out a little bit if that's comfortable for you. Shake the arms out. Now, this is important because the fascia in our body holds on to fluid, especially if you've just woken up or if you've been sitting for a long time or whatever the case may be. So when you bounce around for about a minute or so, it helps the fluids naturally move around in the body. And this automatically gets some of the kinks out. Have you heard the term wake up shake? This is kind of like a wake up shake. All right, so hopefully you feel a little bit more energized, a little more tingly through the body. Let's find our way up to the top of the mat, finding your Tadasana. And if you want to take this opportunity to set up your blocks at the top of your mat, go for it. So ground down through those feet, feel them nice and connected, spread the toes. Just take a nice deep breath here. Let's take one more. Good. So we're going to start with some opening of the upper body. Shoulders will circle first. Inhale as they lift up. Exhale as they come back and down. Good. Again. And this is a good way to connect the breath to the movement. Let's go one more time with the shoulders. From here, fingertips come to your shoulders now. Let the elbows trace the circle. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as they come back and down. Let's go 2 more times. Last elbow circle. And now we take it with the entire arm. So fingertips now trace the circle. Inhaling as you lift up and back, kind of like a big backstroke. Exhale as they come back and down. And it's okay to let the spine respond. You can let the ribs open and close. This helps to get those kinks out too. Let's go one more nice big circle with those arms. And bring the palms together. Inhale, come to Hasta Tadasana. Nice long back bend here. And then exhale, fold it forward into your Uttanasana. You can use your blocks here. Just be mindful of the head placement. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Small back bend here if you like. Exhale, folding into your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Good, now we'll play. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, come to your Uttanasana. Now stay here. Step back with the left foot. Find high lunge and then ease into your low lunge. You can adjust your blocks here as you need. You're going to need them for this next little flow. So make sure that you have one in each hand. Let's just take a moment and let the hips settle. Okay, so from here, leave your left block on the left, and your right block is under your right hand. As you inhale, you're going to sweep this left arm forward and over the ear. Exhale, come into a side bend. Inhale, come through center, left hand to the block, right hand releases, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, exhale over to the right, left arm is above. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend to the left. One more time each side. Inhaling, coming back through center. Exhale where you need. We're going to tuck that back toe. Scooch the knee forward about one little scooch. Ball of the foot is tucked under. And press up into your crescent pose. Let the arms sweep up by your ears. Shoulders relax. Front body is engaged. We're going to take a little bit of a twist flow here. As you inhale, lift up through the waist. Exhale, twist to your right, opening the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, come back to crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Rotate the back leg so you're in warrior two. It's okay if it's narrow, more narrow than you're used to. Inhale, come to crescent, squaring off the hips. Exhale, twist to the right, arms open. Inhale, come back through crescent. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, twist. This time, stay in the twist. Let your eyes move to the left or to the front of your mat. Flip the left palm. Exhale, reach that hand up and back, sort of a reverse warrior crescent pose blend. As this opens up the entire left side of the body, gives you a nice back bend and a little bit of heat. And on your inhale, come back up through center. Hop the back foot forward about a stride. Let it stay outwardly rotated. We'll move into Parsvottanasana, keeping those hips nice and square. As you exhale, fold it forward. Fingertips to the thigh, the blocks, or your shin. Breathing here. Good. One more full breath. On your next breath, we're going to move into tree pose. So soften that right knee, shift your weight into the right foot, come up to vertical, hands come to prayer at the heart center. Left thigh comes up to the chest and then outwardly rotate and find your connection for tree. Ankle, calf, or inner thigh, avoiding the knee joint. Breathing here. Feel free to take the arms where you wish if you'd like to extend them upward, if you want to leave them at your heart center. If you want to take reverse prayer, so many options. If you are feeling like you want more movement, a little more challenge, you can always dance with the arms a bit. Totally up to you where you want to take your practice. We'll take a few more breaths here. And then let your hands come back to your heart center if they're not there already. Flex that top foot, inwardly rotate it. Gently extend it back. Find your crescent pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to ease the knee down to the mat. Nice and slow. Be careful you don't bang it. If you need to bring your hands to the blocks to help you down, go for it. Good. From here, shift back onto that left knee. Extend the right leg. Inhale, extend the arms up. Nice long waist. Exhale to your half monkey. Pulling those right toes back will help to stretch out the calf and the Achilles tendon a little bit more intensely. And possibly behind the knee too. Good. From here, we're going to come into cow face. Now, this is not a normal entry for me, but watch it once if you need to. You're going to take the right leg and you're going to cross it over the left. Open the feet and gently sit down. Now, if your knees don't like this, bring the knees together, have a seat, and find cow face however you need to find cow face. Sitting up nice and tall here, flexing the ankles, especially if the bones are pressing down into the mat and it's painful. And let's take the full variation of the pose. So taking your left hand, reaching it up towards the ear, then bending the elbow. Now, if this is what you've got today and you want to take a traditional tricep stretch, then go for it. If you have the full pose and you can connect the fingertips behind your back, go for it. This way, the right shoulder, the front of the right shoulder gets a little bit of opening as well. Sitting up nice and tall, once you found your connection, try to bring the arm towards the head. So the head is upright. And of course, breathe here. If you'd like to intensify this a bit, feel free to fold forward. Being mindful not to collapse in the spine, right? We don't want to curve. We want to keep to be nice and straight. Good. From here, if you fold it forward, come up to vertical. Exhale, gently release the arms. Give them a little massage here. Maybe roll around those shoulders, loosen it up. Find boat pose. Bringing the legs to parallel, floating the legs about 90 degrees. Always Use the arms here for support if you need. One more breath. From here, bring the feet down to the mat. Open them up so that they are hip width apart, and go ahead and shift your weight forward onto the balls of the feet. So this is a sneaky way of getting a quad stretch in. So let one knee gently lower. You're on the balls of your feet. Sit bones connected to heels. And this is a nice way to just open up the front of the thigh. Once you have done one side, make sure you get the second side. And then find your way into your squat. Find that balance. Now with wider feet, it might be a little bit more challenging. Breathe through it. You got this. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, press through those legs, come up to the top of the mat. Readjust your blocks if needed. And we start the other side. Rolling the shoulders. Inhale as they come up. Exhale as they move down. Good, again, inhale, rolling the shoulders. One more time. This time, fingertips to shoulders, elbows trace the circle. One more time with those elbows. Moving into full extension of the arms, nice big backstroke. Good, palms of the hands come together. Inhale, lift up to Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, variation of your choice. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. We'll move through the flow now. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, dive it forward. Find your blocks. Bring them under your shoulders. Step back with the right foot this time. Find your high lunge and then ease down into that low lunge. Bring your blocks back so that they're supportive to you. And ease into those hips. Breathing here. Okay, moving into our side sweeps. Make sure those blocks are just a little bit wider than your mat. Take a nice inhale. The right arm will sweep. Exhale, leaning over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. One more time each side. Once you've finished your last round, come back through center, bring the hands and the blocks under your shoulders. Tuck the back toe, move the knee forward, about a scooch. Press down through that ball of the foot, both legs, and come up into your crescent pose. We'll go through that twist flow from here. Inhale, lifting up out of the waist. Exhale, twist and open to the left. Arms are shoulder height. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, warrior two. Nice shallow warrior two in the legs. Inhale, bringing it back to crescent. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, find the twist. Stay here. Inhale, flip the right palm up. Exhale, lift it up and back. So you have that reverse warrior crescent twisty kind of pose. Opening up the front of the right side of the body, enjoying the back bend. Building that heat. Go ahead, from here, bring everything back to neutral. Hop the back foot forward about a stride. Square off those hips and find your Parsvottanasana. Breathing here. One more breath. All right, we move into tree pose from here. Start to soften the left knee, start to shift your weight forward, coming up to vertical. Right leg will float forward, flexing the foot. Then outwardly rotate, find your connection for tree. ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Same variations for the arms are there for you. Try to do whatever you did on the first side for the second side. Take one more nice full breath in your tree. Bring your hands back to your heart center. Flex the top foot inwardly, rotate the thigh, extend it back. Soften your standing knee and find your crescent pose. So gently touching the right ball of the foot back to catch your weight. Then from here, inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, ease down into your low lunge. Take your time. Use your strength, use your breath, and gently lower down the knee. Good. From here, half monkey, so shifting back onto the right knee, extending the left leg, and as you exhale, fold it forward. Breathing through the stretch, pulling those left toes back. Good. From here, we find the cow face. So you can take the same entry by crossing the left leg over the right, then opening the feet and sitting back, or go the traditional way and just bring the legs into this however it makes sense to you. Once you're there, flex the feet, sitting up nice and tall. When you're ready, add the arms. Right arm comes up by the ear, left comes underneath. See if you can connect those fingers. Breathing here in your cow face. Same option applies if you'd like to hinge forward to get a little bit deeper or more tense in the stretch. Feel free to do so. Good. From here, coming up to vertical if you have folded forward. Gently release the arms. You give them a little bit of a massage. You can roll them around. And from here, we come into boat pose. Lifting those legs up, shins are trying to be parallel to the ground. Arms can either extend or hold on to the backs of the thighs. If you'd like an added challenge, see if you can extend the legs, holding on to the calf muscles, or leave the arms extended. But from here, gently release the legs down and we'll take Paschimottanasana. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine, sit bones really rooting down. If you need support, you can roll up your mat or sit on a block. And then exhale, fold it forward, holding on to whatever you can reach. Keeping that spine nice and long. If you are someone who is connected to the big toes or the feet, be mindful that the elbows don't drop down. Let them come out to the side. That gives you a little bit more space to fold forward. On your inhale, start to come up to vertical. Exhale where you need. Bring the hands behind you, about 6 to 8 inches. Go ahead and bend the legs, feet flat. We'll take reverse tabletop from here. On your inhale, lift the hips. Squeeze those glutes. Pull the belly up and in. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. This provides a nice stretch through the biceps. Strengthens the legs, the glutes, and the core. One more breath. Go ahead and gently lower down at the hips. You can just release into a seated position if that was uncomfortable for your wrists. Then just give them a nice little massage before we move on. All right, let's take those blocks. Bring it to the side edge of your mat, more or less towards the center for preparation. From here, we're going to come up onto the knees. So standing up on the knees, I'll scooch these so that you can see what I'm doing. We will be on the knees for a little bit of time. So if you have sensitive knees and you want a cushion underneath, then go ahead and fold up the corner of or the side of your mat. And you can bring your knee on that, or if you have an extra towel, blanket, or pillow nearby, go ahead and feel free to put that underneath. We're going to take half frog from here. So coming onto hands and knees, right leg extends out. Your toes will point towards the long edge of your mat. From here, you want to separate the inner thighs as much as possible while keeping the left foot behind the knee, or the ankle behind the knee. Now from here, you can fold forward onto your elbows or forearms. Now this depends on how flexible your hips are. We're looking for that nice stretch through the inner thighs and the groin area. Now be mindful here, we want the hips to try to stay in line with the knees and the ankles. If you're very far forward or very far back, it's going to adjust the stretch a little bit differently. And we're trying to keep a true side opening in the legs. I'm going to breathe here. I'm going to embrace the frog. And you may find with each breath that you take, the legs kind of creep apart from one another. As long as you're not moving into pain, you're good. Keep breathing. All right, one more full breath. Inhale, bring yourself up onto your hands. Now here's the fun part, coming into tabletop. So gently shift. You can heel toe the foot. Shift your weight from one leg to the other, and then slowly bring yourself back into tabletop, onto hands and knees. Whew. Take a few cows and cats. Inhale, lift the heart and tail. Exhale, curl. So we're getting a little bit of mobility here in the hips to release out that stretch. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you curl. Let's go one more time. Bring yourself to a nice neutral tabletop, and we make our way to the other side. So extend the left leg out, toes pointing to that long edge of your mat. Start to inch the knee away out to the side. When you're ready, fold it forward onto the elbows. We're looking for that right ankle to be in line with the knee, so more or less 90 degrees, give or take. Everybody's flexibility is different here, and if your hips are really high, it does not matter. As long as you're feeling a stretch and an opening, you're good. If you're flat on the ground and you're not feeling anything, it's okay. Focus in on the breath here instead. Be mindful here too. I just noticed myself doing this. If you're gripping and holding and trying to protect from the stretch, it's okay to let the legs go a little bit as long as there's no pain. One more nice deep breath. On your inhale, bring yourself up onto your hands and slowly bring those legs together. One side at a time, creeping them closer and closer until you feel like you can balance and come into tabletop. From here, when you're ready, cow and cat, 3 rounds. One more full round. Good. Coming back to a nice neutral spine. And from here, we're going to move into Camel Pose. So standing up on the knees, it doesn't matter which way you face on your mat, however you're comfortable. Bring a block between the heels. Roll those shoulders back. Heels of the hands come to the hip bones. Fingers press the flesh down. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, hinge, pressing those hips forward. Be mindful of the neck. Try not to let it drop back. We don't want to break the line of that cervical spine. If it's uncomfortable, chin to the chest. Inhale, coming up through vertical. Exhale, release. You can let the shoulders roll around. Let the arms swing a little bit. Moving into round two, we'll start the same way. Feel free to repeat what we've done, or we can go deeper onto the block. So rolling the shoulders, inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, hinging, and bring yourself to the depth of the back bend that you prefer, or that's available to you right now. Good. On your inhale, walk yourself back up through vertical. Exhale where you need. Let the arms swing, let the shoulders roll. We'll move into our third round. Shoulders roll back, hands come onto the hips. Inhale, lift, exhale, hinge. And if it's available, the depth of this pose is bringing the fingers to the heels, lifting the chest, pressing the hips forward, being mindful of your lower back, that you're not crunching it. Good. One more breath. And inhale, chin to the chest. Walk the hands back up the way you came. Exhale, release the shoulders. Let the arms swing. Now, if you have your block there, just move it to the medium level and just have a seat. Let the lower back release in its own time and enjoy feeling the feels. You can close your eyes here if you like. All right, let's ease out of that arch in the back. So inhaling, sitting up nice and tall, we neutralize with a twist. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. One more time each side. All right, so from here we find our way into our Shavasana. So moving your blocks towards the top of your mat in whichever position you prefer. I think I'm going to go a little lower today. Just be mindful, of course, that the head is always higher than the heart. But once you have yourself set up, whether it's pillows, bolster, or blocks, gently lay down, making sure the head is fully supported. If that means that you need to change the style of your hair, then go for it. Now let the legs come to whichever position is most comfortable for you, whether it's extended long, with the legs naturally rotated, or feet flat on the mat and knees falling together. Both variations will allow you to rest and recuperate from this practice. Once you're comfortable, let the eyes close and take rest. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in the fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Let the arms extend up overhead. Bring the legs long and together underneath you for a nice long stretch through the body. From here, bring the feet flat onto the mat. Arms can come out to your side and gently windshield wiper from side to side. And gently roll onto your right side into fetal position, still on your props. Resting here. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes remain closed. Hands pressed either together at your heart center or one on your heart and one on your belly. Take a few moments to check in with how you feel after that practice. Hopefully you've got some of those kinks out. And take a few moments for some gratitude, something you're thankful for in this moment, and a few reasons why. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Have more time? Check out one of these beautiful practices over here, and there's more suggestions in the description below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.